still able to come through behind in the count right there. That pretty much split the
Judge.
zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to.
That's outside.
No, that's
1-0.
One ball, no strikes.
The top half of inning number 3. And now he's fallen behind Judge.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Ben Rice in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The 3-1. And Judge spoils that one. Struck out swinging his first time. And he can't come up with it. In to score is the runner from third, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1.
Keep an eye on this at bat, because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Chop back up the middle. McLean in plenty of time to first, and Bellinger is out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Reds 2 and the Yankees 1.
Leading off for the
Bottom
Reds.
of the inning. Here's the center fielder, TJ Friedl.
Friedl.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Down, ball.
Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a ball.
Ball.
Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Three-two. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Wells makes the grab, 1 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now the number 2 hitter, Matt McLean. He's already homered in this game. That misses.
Ball.
And that is ball 1. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Down the middle for a strike. And it's 3-1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And that's too high, and it's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Up next for the Reds.
Next for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. Went down on strikes his first time through. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And that one fouled off.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
So now here's the Reds cleanup hitter, Tyler Stevenson. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a foul straight back. Throw to first. McLean back in on a dive. Two outs. And it's even up.
1 strike.
Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Number 70 getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Runner on the go. Pitch misses it. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Luke Weaver done for the night. Not what they were hoping for from the opener, so we'll see a new arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
number
New York.
70 will take over
number
here.
70.
On for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Ball 1, no strikes. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch in for a strike. Going to count 1-2. Stevenson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him swinging. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back here in Cincinnati, John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch, not close.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Out to short. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Fly to left his first time.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Next pitch is downstairs.
2-0.
The Reds up by 2. Top half of inning number 4. Off the mark there. And now 3-0. And there's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
LeMahieu.
So a man at first. DJ LeMahieu stepping in now for the Yankees. He reached out a walk his first time. LeMahieu started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Around second is Jazz. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Catcher Austin Wells.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
2 on, 1 out. And here is Austin Wells. He hit into a double play his first time up. Fouled off. He was late.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-1.
Ahead in the count.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Here comes Jazz, and he scores. They trail by 1. It's 3-2. An uncharacteristic mistake from a really good defensive player. Oswald Peraza getting ready to hit.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
First pitch misses.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one. Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
The 2-1. Just missed.
That's down.
Trent Grisham in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. There's a swing and a miss. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two on, 1 out. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Glove flip to second, and their second double play of the day will end the 4th.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Bottom 4, and now the first baseman, Spencer Steer.
First baseman, Spencer Steer.
Foul ball there. Oh, 1 down. That one in there across the letters. That one ran inside, almost got him. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. That's inside. High fly ball out to left field. Stanton is there, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
So up next, Will Benson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That clips the corner. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Two down, base is empty. Here's the Reds catcher, Jose Trevino. Fastball
Yeah.
for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nobody left for Cincinnati, but they're up 3-2. 15. Next offering upstairs.
You know, these Yankees finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Next offering misses down and away.
And you got to give some
2-2.
credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Count's full.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
Up next for the
And now
Yankees,
big number
right
99,
fielder
Aaron Judge, 1 for 2. Late with the swing there.
He got away with one
No
there,
ball,
but he
1 strike.
knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but
next
no
for the
trouble so
Yankees,
far.
first
Sure, he'd love to
baseman,
strike out the
Ben
side
Rice.
here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
And now,
1
Ben
ball, no
Rice. And ball 1. And another
Ball, that's
ball.
up.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Not even
3-0.
close there. And that's ball 3. Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Friedel settles underneath it. Hauls it in to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. In now for the Reds, Jake Fraley. That one's in there. It's 0-1.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Right side, Rice. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, TJ Friedel.
So the lineup flips over. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedel. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, and try to climb the ladder.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings through that one for strike two.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that's way high. And that's ball two.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Left field. Stanton should have this one. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Matt McClain.
2 outs, base is empty. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to first. And that'll do it. Reds down in order. But they still lead at 3-2. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Nick Martinez.
Now pitching
and
for
this
the
is an
Reds,
important part of this game.
number
Tight
28,
score and still a lot of outs to
Nick
get. So they're looking for a
Martinez.
big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
leading off for the
One-run
Yankees,
game.
the
In now is the
designated
Yankees
hitter,
DH.
Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger. 0 for 2 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Yasver Zulueta appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Rogers also getting ready. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that's in the dirt. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but
Wang and a ball lifted in the air. Friedel under this one. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo
Here's Stanton now. Fought off foul. The Reds leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That missed by a
1-2.
lot. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Oh, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Late swing, foul to the left. Fastball for a strike. Goes down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Reds 3 and the Yankees 2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, Ellie De La Cruz.
So here's a fun note on Ellie. He became the youngest player in high A ball to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game.
That's a ball.
And it gets better. He did it again 2 games later. Those are the type of games that tend to get you promoted in the minors.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Jonathan Loaisiga, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Fastball is outside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. That misses. 3-1. That one the other way. Puts it away for the out.
Up next for the Reds, designated hitter, Tyler Stevenson.
And now the DH, Tyler Stevenson. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. And that one upstairs. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
One down, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And they'll do it again. Two now. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Here's a 2-2.
That's a ball. Count is full.
And that's outside ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Lux in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. late on that fastball.
1-1.
That one missed.
2 balls, 1
Stevenson
strike.
leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
2-2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. In the air, left field. Stanton snags it for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Spencer Steer.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. There's the strike. This to third, Chisholm. They take the force out. That's the third out. So 1 left for Cincinnati, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. Now, DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
That's a ball.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Hit on the ground to short. De La Cruz throws to first in time. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the
Up
game.
next,
It
for
might
the
not be the
Yankees,
most challenging
catcher
we've seen
Austin
today,
Wells.
but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. That catches the outside corner. That's strike 1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Sliced hard but foul. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting,
Oswald
shortstop,
Peraza
Oswald
will hit
Peraza.
next. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. New pitcher on here, Mark Leiter Jr., and
Now
he has
pitching
some
for
nasty
New York,
breaking stuff.
Number 56, Mark Leiter Jr.
Will Benson
Leading off
now at the
for
plate,
Reds,
who's over 2 with a pair of
left fielder,
strikeouts.
Will Benson.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Leiter, pretty much every manager's dream coming out of the pen. High strikeout, low walk. That is a recipe for success. Outside.
No, that's out.
Well, for a manager, when you can have that one special arm in the bullpen that you know is just reliable, tell you what, that makes his job a whole lot easier to manage a ball club.
Gets under it and pops it up. LeMahieu has this one sized up, brings it in, one down. And as a hitter, are you thinking swing from pitch one?
I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm trying to recognize what's he got today. What's he going to throw? How's he going to come at me? Try to get as much intel as you possibly can to give yourself a chance to succeed.
Trevino in the box for the third time today as he takes that one off the plate. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Judge makes the grab, and there's two down.
Now batting, right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Taylor Rogers.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Grisham can't hold up, and that's a strike.
0-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this eighth inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Aaron Judge at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
On the outside corner, 0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
So 2 down now, and here is Ben Rice. First pitch, and he just misses. Rogers, 34-year-old vet, and they traded for him earlier this year. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. swinging. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Down in order go the Yankees. They trail it 3-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Leiter back to work. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2.
0-2.
In the dirt.
1 ball,
now
2 strikes.
1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And now 1 away. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McLean.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And first offering is fouled off. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
One and 2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
De La Cruz in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Ball. 1 and 1.
And that one fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one just misses.
2-2.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. 9th inning coming up. It's the Reds 3 and the Yankees 2. Emilio Pagan on to try and close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Well, 1-run game. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. Fastball for a strike at 95.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Ball one
No,
there.
That's a really good take.
1-2.
That one just misses the outside corner. And the count is 2-2. And there's a ball.
Count.
Giancarlo Stanton in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball four, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
A great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Stanton in the box now, takes strike one.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And now the 0-1. Swinging a foul out of play.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Jazz Chisholm Jr. the next to hit.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Move to first.
He's in there. Hey.
There's a strike.
0-1.
That's in there. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Benson under it. Squeezes it. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
So they're down to their final out. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Bellinger goes. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Fastball is outside. So the tying run at second. And 1-2. Pagan is just 1 strike away. Way outside.
2-2.
And the count is even 2-2. The ball game.
Well, it looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought out a pitch that isn't what most hitters are looking for with that great velocity. But it was really good movement on the changeup and a nice win today.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on. Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next.
Please welcome your St. Louis Cardinals.
Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Miles Michaelis. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Burleson pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And a quick out, number one. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions. But I think even a little more so, there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Kyle Tucker, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that is out of play. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. One down, base is empty. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And Tucker is retired.
Batting third, right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Singy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. That one's upstairs, ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
So runner at second, 2 down. And up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Close but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Swing and a ball popped up. Contreras under it, and he's got it, and that's the 3rd out. It's the Cubs nothing. Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Busch Stadium. Today's starting pitcher, Colin Ray.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy is a competitor. And we'll watch how he works in this one.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Brendan Donovan. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Line drive, caught. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
1 out, base is empty. This one popped up. Bush. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. And that ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. So up now for Chicago, Michael Bush.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Michaelis back to work. Bush hitting 5th in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Next one misses, and the count 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one just misses. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Burleson sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Batting 6th, shortstop, Nico Hoerner.
Here's Nico Hoerner. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Second inning here, no score. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boo. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses to first. 2 away.
Batting 8th, catcher Reese McGuire.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. The batter now is Reese McGuire. He's been a great free agent sign. Fouled off left side. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Horner flies around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
That's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
So 2 down, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Vidal Brujan. And it's fouled away. And that one in the air center field. Barrero makes the catch, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
Wilson Contreras.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Swung on, belted. Going back on this one. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch.
That is this third baseman.
Forced to cover a lot of ground to make the play over there, Chris. Statcast shows us what a challenge it was just to get to that ball.
Yeah, he covered more than 110 feet before hauling that thing in on the run, and just showing good instincts off the bat, man. And he took a great route to get there in time. That's pretty special.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. First pitch just misses. One down, base is empty. That one fouled hard the other way. Here's a 1-1. A little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout.
Batting 6th.
Here's the second baseman, Thomas Sajazi.
Sajazi.
Off the plate inside. Ball 1.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Two down, nobody on. Slice down the right side. Popped up. Shaw under it. Brings it in for the third out. And down in order go the Cardinals. And it remains 1-0. New inning getting started. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Barrero raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Typically not easy to go deep to center field, but he almost did right there and got a little help from the wind, just not enough.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Grounded out his first time up. Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll reach second with one away.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
One out, runner at second. Seiya Suzuki getting ready to hit. To the right side, Sajazi sends it to first, and there's two away.
Now batting, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong.
Now the Cubs four-hole hitter Pete Crow Armstrong. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Outside, and the count is 1-1. Just missed. Ripped to short. Slings it across. Third out. Cubs leave one, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here in St. Louis, set for the bottom of the third. And here is Yohel Pozo. That one catches the zone. Strike one. At the belt and fires. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
2 strikes.
Comebacker to the mound. On to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Now up for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Little chopper rolls foul. And that one wrapped foul. One down, base is empty. On the ground at
That ball's
first.
foul.
And foul ball. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to
Batting
roll
ninth,
over a little bit, hit
center
the ball on the
fielder,
ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Barrero.
Jose Barrero digs in now. On the ground to third, Shaw. Throws across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Cubs 1 and the Cardinals nothing. And we're back.
Leading
John
off for
Sciambi
the
with
Cubs,
Chris Singleton
first
and
baseman,
set to lead off the fourth,
Busch.
Michael Busch. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Next offering way off the plate.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Next one in the dirt.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Hey.
And he takes a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2.
Up next
Probably
for
could have
the
gone either
Cubs,
way in that spot
shortstop,
around the knees.
Nico Horner.
So here's Horner now. Doubled his first time up.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Busch into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
No, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there, get back in the strike zone before this unravels on him.
Man at second. Missed inside with the curve.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best.
And that one is lifted in the air, and it falls. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Now
Wasting no
third
time.
baseman,
He's
Matt
2 for
Shaw.
2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Grounded out his first time. Right through there for a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And the 0-1. In the air, right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Reese McGuire.
Here's Reese McGuire. RBI single his last time up. That one fouled off. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that's down and away.
2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and the count's even at 2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Got him swinging. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And now it's Vidal Brujan. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. So they strand a pair. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Cubs 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis. Now it's the DH, Brendan Donovan.
Brendan Donovan.
Swings through that.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fought off foul. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Mason Wynn will hit next. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Here's the left fielder, Alec Burleson. He's 0 for 1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
To the right side, and it's through for a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Wilson Contreras. Runner on the go. Swinging a foul out of play. First and third, 1 down. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And it is 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, one out. And a foul ball. He stays alive. High fly ball out into left center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 1-1.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He was a strikeout victim his first time. In there for strike one. Burleson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Headed for the plate. The relay. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ian Happ up to hit. Michaelis back to work. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
And now 1 and 2.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Happ lays off.
2-2 the count.
Got him. And that's the first out.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Tucker in his 6th season, 28 years old. Today he's the DH. And there's a foul ball.
The warning track, man.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. Still tied 1-1. Back here at Busch Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here is Thomas
Sajazi.
First pitch misses.
You know, these Cardinals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Now fly ball to right center. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, number 63.
Yohel Pozo, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And he pumps it a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the sweeper and it was effective.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Walker.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
That's down and in. He swings and fouls one off. And that's off the inside edge. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Score remains tied 1-1. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Slider misses outside.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
And a foul ball. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one in the dirt, and it's 2-2. And there's a ball.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Good job to fight that one off.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Oh, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Miles Michaelis out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Sonny Gray taking over on the mound.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Go ahead run on base. And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. On the ground, could be two. There's one. No, not in time to first. It's a fielder's choice. Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Nico Horner.
That is upstairs for ball one. Hit in the air out to center field. Barrero on the move. Drops into the glove. 2 down. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. That one's in there, 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over.
With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. Back here in St. Louis, and now the center fielder, Jose Barrero.
Jose Barrero.
That's inside, and that's ball 1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. Just missed. On the ground to first. He'll do it himself.
He's out.
And that quickly, 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Mason Wynn.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Fires over to first. St. Louis goes down in order. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning coming up. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Cardinals, Kyle Leahy.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Reese McGuire now at the plate.
Catcher, Reese McGuire.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings through that
one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. And a 1-2 again. In the air, right side of the infield. Sajazi makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Cubs, second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman,
Brujan.
Vidal Brujan. That one to first, Contreras.
Out.
And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ digs in now. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh. A changeup missing. Ball 1. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. JoJo Romero up and throwing. O'Brien warming up as well. The other way, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Two outs. And delivers outside.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. to the right side, and that one handled. Out number 3. So 1 hit is all they get midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. All tied 1-1. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the 7th. Now at the plate, Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that's outside. 1-1. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 2. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Happ fires it in, and the potential go-ahead run stops at second base.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Colin Ray won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
They
Chicago.
turn things over to the southpaw,
Number
Drew
45.
Pomeranz.
And he's done
Drew
a great
Pomeranz.
job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one missed. Movement in the bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Go ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouled off. He was late. Headed towards the corner. And that one hops the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. And they take the lead in the 7th.
Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the 2-bagger. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Here's Nolan Arenado. That's in for a strike. Hot shot to third. In time to Bush. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Thomas Sajazi.
Thomas Sajazi will hit next.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Not close with that one, and it's 2-0. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first in time.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Foul ball there. In the dirt.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. And that's too high. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And that just misses. Jordan Walker in the St. Louis on deck circle. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Now here is Jordan Walker. Strike on the outside. 0-1.
Ball 1.
Shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And that one is inside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. They limit the damage here, but a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Riley O'Brien.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. 1 for 3. Out to center. Barrero sizes this one up. Makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And that one almost hit him. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's outside. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Ryan Helsley, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Looking to get the tying run on base. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Ball 3.
Michael Busch in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 1 down, base is empty. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
And up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Late swing, foul to the left.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Brazier.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Barrero.
Center fielder,
Brazier, a 6-foot righty, 225 pounds, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2007. First pitch, and he just misses. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Busch puts it away, 1 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, designated hitter, Brendan.
Here's the Cardinal
Donovan.
DH, Brendan Donovan. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Caleb Thielbar, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Ball to strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Line drive. Bounces over the wall and foul ground. It's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
1 out. Runner at second. Next to hit, Mason Wynn. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
2 on, 1 out. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Donovan, the runner at third. Wynn at first. 1 gone.
Ball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Here comes Wilson Contreras.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
One, 2 to Contreras. That misses. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ryan Helsley.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball. We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Well, 1-run game, so up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. That to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Shaw up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. That's down and in. A slider missed.
2-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Got so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing. Just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And the tying run is on base.
Waste no time there. Just kept it
Now
simple.
batting,
Played Pepper with the
second
middle of the
baseman,
infield.
Joel
Took it back
Lujan.
where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Two outs, runner at first. Vidal Brujan, the next Cub to hit. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, a tight 2-1 ball game. Classic pitching and defense in this.
All right, first pitch coming up. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Andrew Abbott. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Trent Grisham, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. In for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Well, we call that
one strike.
keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
There's a strike.
Full count.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes he goes. 1 out.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Aaron Judge now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
And that one is downstairs. 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's 2 down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Austin Wells.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close late game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Ben Rice in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it.
3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
TJ Friedel leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Great location with that 2-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times that location with 2 strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Matt McLain, the next to hit for the Reds.
He's done a great job making contact recently, batting over 300 so far this month.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, they locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you've got to be ready to swing it. That time it cut to the outside part of the plate, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
2 down, base is empty, and now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
2 outs, base is empty.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
A rope into right, and that's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, designated hitter, Tyler Stevenson.
Next is the designated hitter, Tyler Stevenson. Outside low, 1-0. De La Cruz off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner.